Welcome to Mental Health 101. My name is Mrs. Sagba and I'll be your lecturer for this very course. Okay guys, I play too much. Hello viewers, I'm Mrs. Sagba, a lifestyle vlogger from Lagos, Nigeria. And today we're going to be talking about 5 common mistakes that you and I make that could be detrimental to the mental health of everyone around us. Common mistake 1. How do you ask about the well-being of the people around you? Many people make mistakes by using phrases like, "I'm sure you're fine," or "I hope you're doing well," instead of asking, "How are you doing?" Now, if you notice the first 2 phrases I used, "I hope you're fine," "How are you doing?" or "I hope you're doing well," these phrases reek of assumptions. And guess what? People are most likely to agree with whatever assumptions you've made than disagree with you and tell you the actual truth about how they are feeling. So the next time you're trying to find out about the mental well-being of the people around you, use a direct question. How are you doing? Now, if you keep using direct questions, you would notice a pattern. When people are doing really fine, they will say things like, "I'm fine," "I'm great," or "I'm doing awesome." And then when things are not going too well for them, they say things like, "I'm okay, I'm alright, we thank God." And so, if you use direct questions, you can pick up on those differences and then you can figure out that something is wrong. Now, after you've picked up on those differences and then you figure out that something is wrong, what do you do next? You ask specific questions. Now, think about this. What has the person been going through? Did they just experience something out of the blues, or did they just transition to a new environment or a new job? So when you think about these things, you can definitely narrow down your options and pick the right questions. So your friend just had a baby. Are you going through postpartum depression? How are you dealing with the stress of motherhood? Those are the kind of questions you should ask. Now, mistake number 2. Many of you are guilty of invalidating the emotions of the people around you. And this could come from a place of comparison. I don't know how often you do this, but if you do it, you need to stop. You need to realize that we are built differently. Person A might crash under the same pressure that person B is graciously handling with so much poise and grace. We are different. Our genetics and our experiences determine the kind of human beings we're going to be, and that also determines how we're going to handle life's pressures. So instead of you saying, are you the first person to get pregnant, or are you the first person to lose a job, figure out that maybe they are prone to depression or prone to hypertension, or they've never experienced loss in their life before. So this is the first time. So they might be finding it more difficult to deal with. So don't invalidate the emotions of the people around you by saying such things or comparing them to other people who are handling the same situation they are in more graciously than they are. Okay, common mistake number 3. Social media is not an accurate representation of someone's well-being. Now, someone has been posting glamorous pictures and videos where they seem happy. Doesn't mean you should draw the conclusion that, oh, person A seems to be doing well because they posted picture A or video B. Don't forget that social media is curated content. Most of them are highlighted reels of our successes, our happy moments. Many people do not post their failures or their difficult moments. So instead of saying, oh, I can see from your pictures that you're doing fine, ask, how are you doing? How are you coping with your transition to Canada? I know it's cold and it could get lonely abroad. Ask specific questions and don't just draw assumptions or conclusions from their social media. Common mistake number 4. People, stop making it about you. You need to care more about the mental health of the person that you're trying to reach out to. I'll give an example. So some of you are more concerned about the details of what happened to the person than their actual mental states. It's not right. Excuse me, Sherlock Holmes, Abiola Holmes. It's not your job to investigate all the details of what happened to them. You should care more about their well-being. For example, your friend is dealing with an unwanted pregnancy and you're asking, babe, did you use a condom? Or you didn't use plan B? What happened? You didn't pull out? How is that your business? Oh, okay, even if it's your business, how does that solve the issue at hand? If at all you're going to be asking questions, it should be questions that would lead you to a solution, or questions that will help you alleviate the problems that they found themselves in, rather than questions that try to quell your curiosity. It's not about you, it's about their mental well-being. Another instance, some of you force people to open up to you. Don't do that. You should care more about them. It's not really about you. Well, except you're in a dating relationship or marriage, or the issue at hand concerns you, then you might want to force the person to open up to you, because at the end of the day, it's probably going to come and bite you in the face. But if that's not the case, you should tell them, hey, if you're willing to talk anytime, I'm available, or feel free to reach out to me if you need to cry, vent, or just share whatever it is that you're going through. They don't have to open up to you. What they really need is to know that you are there for them, and if they feel more comfortable opening up to someone else, that's good, because it's more about them. They're the ones in that situation at that moment. Common mistake number 5. Some of you need to learn that there's certain things that should be said at the right time and at the right place. Stop saying the right things at the wrong time or at the wrong place. For example, your friend or your sister or brother or whoever it is just got kicked out of a private university due to financial reasons. And then as a result, you become advisor general of Twitter. You not have to start to tell the whole world, as an advisor general, I don't know who needs to hear this, but you should go to a school that your parents can afford. Or private school is not for everybody. If it's a public school you can afford, please attend. Please, brothers and sisters, that is very, very insensitive. You need to be sensitive to the emotions of people, and you also need to read the room. They probably already know that their parents cannot afford a private school anymore, and they probably need to move to a public school. So who made you advisor at that point in time? And these are things you can say later on, but not really when the person is in the middle of whatever is going on and it's like really heated at the moment. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not saying I'm perfect. Hey, I'm far from it. The truth is, I still make some of these mistakes, but I didn't realize them until I became at the receiving end, and I'm like, whoa, this is detrimental to the mental health of people. it was detrimental to my own mental health. So I hope that you guys can learn a few things and change where needed. We're all learning and improving. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. Congratulations on finishing Mental Health 101. Alright guys, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much. See you some other time.